This is Ron, and you're listening to iTalk 106.7 and on the web at iTalk1067.com. Here with Blue Ridge head football coach Jake Belshe. Thanks again, Jake, for meeting with us. Jake, you had a successful week last week up at Chinle. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the good things that you guys were able to do up there?
Yeah, we were really excited to come out of there with a win. We moved the ball well. I talked about a couple of weeks ago we got to move the chains, and so we were able to do that. We ran the ball successfully. I think Nate Miles had a great game, 14 carries for 120 yards and 4 touchdowns, and he moved the chains for us. Defensively, we played well. We gave up 2 kind of late scores and late in the first half, and then one early in the second. But we kind of shored up the defense, and we just played well. We ran to the ball. We tackled well, and able to keep that quarterback in check. Picked them off twice, and so we all around played well.
So coming out of that game, were there some real obvious improvements for you guys?
Oh, and yes. I mean, I've been saying this to the kids all week. Is we're getting better every week. I mean, every week we're a completely different team from Sahuarita to now. And I know it was Chinle. It was a lesser opponent than Sahuarita, and Sahuarita's undefeated. But we're executing. We're not making the mental mistakes, the mistakes before and after the whistle, and alignment mistakes. And so the kids are starting to really pick it up. We're able to do more offensively. The quarterback's making his progression reads, and the schemes up front are coming along, and the linemen are starting to understand what we're doing. So, I mean, it's a completely different offense, but we're getting better every week, and that's the key.
Okay, let's talk about player personnel real quick. Are you guys healthy? You alluded to Nate Miles. Is he 100% now?
Nate's 100%, and we're really excited about that, having him 100%. We're still banged up a little bit. Got Cody McBride's banged up, but he'll be suiting up. He'll be playing. Adam Padilla, unfortunately, we lost him for the season, and so he'll be out for the rest of the season, which is a big blow to us in our receiving core because he's got great hands and he does a good job at tight end. We're also missing Elijah Aller, big fullback linebacker for us. He's still out, and we got hit by the eligibility bug this week, and so we're going to be down a few guys this week. But, hopefully have them all back and be ready to be full go against Snowflake next week in section. But tomorrow night, we'll be down. We have 22 guys suiting up. I'm bringing up 8 freshmen to kind of fill in the backup spots. But freshman team's great. They're 4-1. And so those guys, they're good athletes, and they're just there just in case. But I think we're going to be fine tomorrow night, and, we're well prepared and ready to go.
Okay, earlier we had a chance to catch up with a couple of the Blue Ridge football leaders. Let's take a listen and see what they had to say. Okay, here we are with senior quarterback Spencer Hall. Spencer, thanks for joining us on iTalk. Spencer, why don't you talk just a little bit about how you think the season's going? You guys are 1-3 right now, just coming off a win at Chinle. As a leader of the football team, how is the season going for you guys?
I mean, it's not the same start we're used to, but it's something to work through, and it's something that every team's got to overcome is losses, and it's something to learn from. And so we just got to overcome it and get better. So, I mean, it's a little rough.
As an offensive unit, what are some things that you guys have had challenges, but now you're working on practice and working to overcome before you meet the Snowflakes and the Sholos and some of the more experienced teams down the road here?
Right. We're working on a lot of things on our offense. We're working on our line and I'm working on myself, what I can do, and our receivers are training hard. And so a lot of things that need to come together. Catching the ball, making good throws, getting time to throw it. So it's a lot of different things that come together that we got to work on.
Okay, and how is the team gelling in the locker room? Do you feel like the team's coming together, staying together, even through some adversity?
Yeah, I think there's some adversity that every team's going to face, but I think we're doing all right. I think we're coming together, and I think we're getting better each day.
Okay, awesome, Spencer. Thanks. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
Here we are with junior cornerback for the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets, Blaine Hebuck. Blaine, thanks for taking a second with us. Tell me a little bit about your defense, okay? What are you guys working on right now to get better, preparing for some of the teams down the road?
We're definitely getting better on defense by stopping the ball more, and we're practicing everything that the offense does to make our defense better.
Here we are with Blue Ridge football senior running back Nate Miles. Nate, thanks for taking a little bit of time with us. Give us your take on the season so far as one of the leaders of the football team. How do you think that you guys are progressing?
I think we're doing pretty good. This week especially, we got out there and got a great week of practice, really getting ready for the next couple of weeks. And so far, it's a rough start. But, I mean, last year we had a rough start too. And so the senior class knows, about rough starts. And, that's something that that we're taking care of this year. And, no down feelings in the locker room. Every week's a new week. So, new challenge, new week.
Now you've been one, Nate, that other teams kind of have a target on. You're a player that needs to be on the field, but you've been injured. How are you feeling right now?
Well, I'm feeling great. Yeah, I just got a little banged up in the first game against Saurita, but been back the last couple of weeks and feeling great. Mm-hmm.
So you're a senior leader. Tell me a little bit about how you're leading the guys in the locker room, like you mentioned, with some difficulties, some adversity. What are some things that you're doing to keep the guys up in the locker room, looking forward to the rest of the season?
Like I said before, every week is a new week. You got to go out there and you got to prepare and practice, and you got to lay it out all out on the field. And that's what being a senior is all about, is to just help those younger guys know what it is to play hard, play 110%, and that's what we've been really focusing on.
Well, Nate, I know there's nobody that plays harder than you, so keep playing hard and stay healthy. Thanks for meeting with us. So there you have it from the Blue Ridge players. Thanks, guys. Coach, one last question as you moving forward. I hate to look over this week because obviously you respect every opponent you have, but not too far down the line, we've got the Snowflakes and the Sholos. What do you guys have to do to improve to be competitive against those guys?
Yeah, we're not going to overlook Alcha say they're great. They're a great team, and I mean they're huge up front, and we're definitely not taking that for granted. But I mean our focus is section. I mean you win your section and you're in the playoffs, and so our focus is making the playoffs. But to compete with Snowflake and Sholo, we're going to have to tackle a lot better. We're going to have to cut down on the penalties. Generally we had 14 penalties, and so cut down on those, and then we got to catch the ball. Our receiving core hasn't been doing a good job, and I've called them out this week. And I always tell them, hey, I'll be the first one there to celebrate with you, but I'm going to be the first one to criticize. And so we've got to catch the ball a lot better and move the chains. But last week we did, but we got to improve on it. And we do those two things, and we fly to the ball. One of the biggest things is the Winslow game. Winslow put the ball on the ground 7 times, and we recovered 1. And so we got to create turnovers and then capitalize on people's mistakes. So we do those couple things, and I think we'll be fine. We're going to compete and make a run at the playoffs.
Okay, thanks, Coach, and good luck tonight when you play, and we look forward to hearing how you guys do. From Blue Ridge High School, this is Ron Everingham for iTalk 106.7.